The Apple credit card is being canceled. Goldman Sachs wants absolutely nothing to do with it anymore. This is some of the biggest news for any Apple credit card user out there, or anybody that's interested in getting the Apple credit card, because things are about to change for the Apple credit card. Goldman Sachs has been the bank that has been backing the Apple credit card since its inception, and they have lost over $16 billion ever since day one, which is obscene. But the crazy part about this entire thing is the Apple credit card hack is still well and alive, and maybe that's why they're losing money. And listen, there's a lot of people out there that hate on the Apple credit card. They're like, oh, it's trash, it's garbage. Like, no, it's a beginner to intermediate credit card. There's nothing wrong with the Apple credit card. And if you play your cards right, you get the Apple credit card, you can get high limits with that credit card, which will actually look good on your credit profile. So the people that are just hating on it are just mad because they don't make any money off of any of their signups. And that's truly why you don't hear about the Apple credit card as much, because all these creators, all these YouTubers, they don't get paid to promote the credit card. So why would they promote it? They have no incentive, right? Because they just want to sell you stuff every single chance they get. But I really want to talk about 100% what is going to happen with the Apple credit card, because we believed that it was going to go to Amex, then we believed it was going to go to Chase Bank, and apparently all those conversations have literally fallen apart, and there's only two players left on the table, and I believe I know exactly who it's going to go to. Now, this doesn't mean, no, don't get the Apple credit card. A lot of people are going to ask me that in the comments. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with the Apple credit card. As I stated before, I actually have the Apple credit card. I've had it since it first came out because I wanted to test it out, see what it's like. I've had zero issues with it, as long as you use the credit card properly. And that means use it and then pay it off every single month for a consistent 6 months. And then you can go inside of the Apple chatbot and request a credit limit increase with no hard inquiry. Just by doing this tactic, I've got my Apple credit card all the way up to a $15,000 credit limit. I don't need it. I barely use the card, but I tested it out for you so I could see exactly how it worked, and it does totally work. But as we said earlier, Goldman Sachs is bleeding money the longer it keeps this credit card, because they just haven't figured out how to actually manage it and how to make it profitable, because the Apple credit card literally charges zero fees. But let's take a look at this article right here. So New York, Apple is in talks with Barclays to replace Goldman Sachs as the tech giant's credit card partner, said two sources familiar with the matter, as the Wall Street giant steps back from its consumer finance ambition. Now also, let's scroll down a little bit, credit card issuer Synchrony Financial is also in discussions with Apple about the card partnership. The first source said both sources declined to be identified, discussing private talks. They're like, yeah, we're not going to talk about this, because they have not actually said, yes, we're going to do it. Last part's the most important. So let's scroll down a little bit more to this article. So in 2024, Goldman transferred its General Motors credit card business to Barclays that allows customers to earn and redeem reward points on new Buicks, Cadillacs, and other GM cards, including electric vehicles. Now, the crazy part is I have the personal GM Motors card and I have the business one also, because there's no hard inquiry for either one of those also. But I never got a notification telling me that Barclays owns it now. So if Barclays took the General Motors credit cards, why would they not take the Apple credit card next? To be honest with you, I have zero want or need for any Barclays credit card, but as of 2024, Barclays does have over 11.5 million credit card holders. So they would literally double their numbers by adding the Apple credit card to their portfolio. And I'll be honest with you again, I don't understand the hype around Barclays credit cards, because to me, they're not really that special. They don't offer awesome rewards and awesome credit cards in their system, but their ecosystem is very large. I will say that. Let's just take a quick glance at all the credit cards that they do offer. As you can see, they are targeted more towards airlines and vacations, which I found very interesting, and JetBlue, Wyndham Rewards. They do offer, I believe, we'll keep scrolling down, an Xbox credit card and a Gap credit card. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know Gap was still open. That's pretty wild. When I saw that, I was like, Gap still open? But yeah, it is. But as you can see, there's a lot of travel rewards, credit cards for hotels, resorts, and airlines. But again, nothing's really catching my eye, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get one of those. That seems like a really good deal. And people always say, but what's the hype around the Apple credit card? And my answer is always, there are no fees whatsoever. No annual fees, no late fees, no foreign transaction fees, no fees, period. So that's what makes it a great beginner to intermediate credit card. It doesn't hurt to have it in your wallet. So tell me what you think in the comments. Is this a good move for the Apple credit card that it's gonna go to Barclays? I'll be honest with you, we do not want to go into Synchrony Bank because Synchrony Bank likes to play a lot of games with their credit card holders that a lot of people don't like. If your balance gets too high, they might slash your limit all the way down to your actual remaining balance that you have not paid yet. So we don't want that type of activity with the Apple credit card. And again, there's no fees whatsoever with the Apple credit card. So if it goes to Synchrony, they could possibly ruin it, but will Barclays actually start charging fees is a really big question. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big one with the Apple credit card going to Barclays. Now make sure that you watch this next video because it is about Capital One buying Discover Bank. It's a huge news also. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.